Today we're going to dive into a topic that's generating a lot of controversy in the automotive world. Why do modern cars seem to be getting uglier and uglier? If you've seen the new BMW XM, the BMW M3, or the M4, you've probably wondered what's going on with current automotive design. We're not alone in this observation. Design experts and enthusiasts around the world are questioning the direction that automotive aesthetics are taking. Beauty can be subjective. But when we look at creations like the Jaguar E-Type or the Lamborghini Miura, there's a universal consensus about their appeal. So, what has changed? Why are manufacturers making such controversial design decisions? In this video, we'll analyze the factors that are influencing this trend to better understand this evolution. The anatomy of ugly design. To understand why certain designs seem unpleasant to us, we first need to grasp the basic principles of automotive design. Frank Stephenson, the legendary designer behind icons like the McLaren P1 and the Ferrari F430, explains to us that 99.9% of beauty in automotive design is based on proportions. Let's take the controversial BMW XM as an example. Its unbalanced proportions with an extremely short front overhang compared to the rear create a sense of visual weight that feels off. Stephenson notes that a vehicle should appear to be pulling on the leash, suggesting movement and dynamism. However, the XM feels static and heavy. Also, there's a problem with coherence in the design. It seems like multiple designers worked on different sections of the vehicle without communicating with each other, resulting in a disjointed mix of different design themes and angles that don't flow naturally. The market factor. The market plays a crucial role in design decisions. BMW, for example, justified the controversial giant grille of the 7 Series by citing two main reasons: differentiation within their product line and demand from the Chinese market. The statistics are revealing. In 2010, BMW sold just 62,000 cars in China. By 2020, that number had skyrocketed to more than 600,000 units. The Chinese market now accounts for double the sales of the US market for German premium brands. This explains why manufacturers are adapting their designs to cater to Asian tastes, where cars are seen more as status symbols than just simple means of transportation. However, this justification doesn't apply to all models. The M3 and M4, for example, have a controversial front design even though China accounts for less than 6% of their sales. In this case, the decision was technical. The need to improve cooling required a bigger grille. Trends and technology. Like any form of design, automotive design is subject to trends. The 80s were known for angular designs and straight lines, while the 2000s brought softer, more aerodynamic shapes. Nostalgia also plays an important role in how we perceive automotive design. Technology is having a significant impact on current design. Electric vehicles are changing the game. Without a combustion engine, certain traditional design elements are no longer necessary. Tesla, for example, phased out the fake grille on the Model S because it simply served no purpose. However, some manufacturers seem to be losing their design identity in this transition process. BMW, for example, is creating models that seem to have no stylistic connection to each other, breaking with decades of consistency in their design language. Is there hope? Not everything is lost in the world of automotive design. There are still outstanding examples of contemporary design. The new Mercedes S.L. and the Alfa Romeo Giulia show that it's possible to create modern and attractive cars. The Aston Martin Valkyrie represents a new level of radical design that, however, maintains undeniable coherence and beauty. It's important to remember that some controversial designs eventually become iconic. Chris Vangelera BMWs were criticized 15 years ago, but today, they are appreciated for their boldness and originality. This suggests that maybe we're in a transition period where current designs need time to be appreciated. The future of design. Looking ahead, it's crucial to find a balance between innovation and traditional aesthetics. Manufacturers face the challenge of creating designs that are functionally efficient for new technologies, appealing to multiple global markets, and true to the brand's heritage. Progressive but not alienating. The key might be in understanding that beauty, as this Benson says, is eternal. The fundamental principles of good design, balanced proportions, visual coherence, and elegance in simplicity, never go out of style. Automotive design is going through a significant transformation. Market pressures, technological advancements, and the need for differentiation are pushing manufacturers to make increasingly bold design decisions. However, as we have seen, beauty in automotive design is not entirely subjective. There is a set of fundamental principles that, when respected, tend to produce enduring and appreciated designs. The question is not whether modern cars are ugly or not, but whether we are willing to accept that automotive design, like any art form, evolves over time. What seems excessive or disproportionate to us today could be considered visionary in the future. However, as Frank Stevenson points out, beauty is eternal and ugly is just ugly. As we adapt to this new era of automotive design, perhaps the most important thing is to keep an open dialogue between manufacturers and consumers, ensuring that innovation doesn't come at the expense of the fundamental aesthetics that have defined great cars throughout history.